Okay, good morning once again, guys. Today we're going to discuss the last topic for financial planning and analysis. So far, what we discussed was in financial planning and analysis was about time value of money, budgeting, cash budget, and today we're going to discuss forecasting financial statements. Okay, so the objectives of our discussion for today is we want to learn how sales is forecasted. There are several ways by which we can forecast sales, and for a business entity, it's important for them to know where sales is going, to forecast sales. Then we're going to learn how to forecast financial statements. So we're going to learn how to forecast income statement and the balance sheet. And then we're going to learn how, in forecasting the sales, for example, or the cost of goods sold, we're going to learn some tools and techniques that we can use via Excel. Now, some of you might have finished already a subject called DSI Analytics or DSI Management. So this is more an application of the of what you learned in DSI Analytics and DSI Management. Okay, so these are the things that we're going to discuss today. Of course, we won't be able to finish everything, but definitely we'll be able to cover number 1, number 4, number 5, and number 6. The continuation of this will be on Thursday, number 2 and number 3. Okay, so let's go to our first worksheet here. Okay, we're given the sales of this company. Okay, this company is, okay. We're given the sales of this company in the year 2017 up to 2021. And this is the sales. So we would like to forecast the sales based on naive forecast or average growth rate or compound annual growth rate or CAGR or using linear regression. So those are the 4 things that we're going to discuss in this worksheet. Now, what will be the forecasted sales if we're going to use naive forecast? So for naive forecast, guys, as the name suggests, naive, we're not using any method. We're just basing our forecast on the previous value. So since the previous value, the latest value was 2021, okay, let me just, what is the predicted sales? Okay, so this is 2022, at least for the first one, using the following methods. So for naive forecast, the predicted sales will be equal to the previous one. Okay, yun lang yun, no? So naive forecast, whatever the previous value is, it will be the same. It will be your predicted value. Okay, now next method is the average growth rate. So we're asked to predict our sales for 2022 using the average growth rate for the past 5 years. Now we know, guys, that the average growth rate is very simply computed by the formula. So average growth rate, it will simply be equal to, but we can use the present value divided by the let me use current value divided by present value minus 1. Okay. Maybe in your high school or in your other subjects, you were taught that this is the current value minus a previous value, okay, and then divided by the previous value. Now, these two are equivalent formulas, of course. I think I've explained this to you. If we divide PV, the previous value among your numerator, it becomes like this. And in Excel, it's easier to work on this formula. Kasi ito, guys, if you're working on this formula, magpaparenthesis pa tayo. So this one is straightforward. Current value divided by previous value minus 1. So applying it here, our average growth rate for the periods 2017 and 18 is this value, that's the current value, comparing 2017 and 2018, divided by the previous value and minus 1. So it's very easy to manipulate, guys, that formula. So let me just make this percent and 2 decimal places. So there was an 11% increase in sales from 2017 to 2018. And then we copy this formula down, okay? And we can see that the greatest growth rate in this 5-year period, okay, is 46.02. So average growth rate for the past 5 years. Now that means that there are 4 periods. Okay, take note. Okay, when you talk of 5 years, okay, that means there are 4 periods that we're looking at. Okay, so it's always the number of years minus 1, because 1 period has to compare 2 years. Okay, so 2018 and 2017, that's 1 period. So that means there are 4 periods for this 5-year period. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Okay, so we can get the average of the growth rates. So that's the average of this 4 growth rates. So let's put some borders here and some fill colors. We can see. Okay, 20.30%, that's the average growth rate. Okay, we were averaging the past 5 years, or the average of the 4 periods. Therefore, to predict the sales for 2022 using the average growth rate, it's simply getting the previous sales and then multiply that by 1 plus our average growth rate. Okay. Okay, let me copy the formula here. It's equal to formula text so that you can see what the formula is for that specific cell. Okay, so let me pause for a while, and may I request your chat, guys, if so far you have been able to follow up to the predicted sales for 2022. Paki-chat na lang please kung nakahabol kayo. Okay, good. Thank you so much. I hope the others will also give their feedback. No? Kasi so far, hindi pa ako nakakakuha sa inyo today ng more than 50% na response. I would appreciate, guys, you informing me kung baka may questions kayo. Please don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed to ask questions. This is a learning journey. No? Eh, hindi pa bilisan to. If you have questions, don't be ashamed. This is a safe environment. We will treat all questions with respect because we respect each and every one of us here. Yeah, thank you, guys. Salamat. Salamat sa feedback. No, I really appreciate that. Okay, good. All right. So let's see. Now, who among you, pakichat naman kung yes or no, you have used yung measure ng KGAR before? Can you chat please kung yes or no? Sandali, guys, may question lang si Harold. Anong formula ng ano? Let's entertain the question of Harold. You can unmute yourself, Harold, please.
Hello, sir. 0 po yung lumalabas sa akin sa average, sa growth rate po.
Okay. Ano lang yan? Formatting lang yan. So, you go back here, and then dito sa home, tapos number, i-click mo sa percentage, tapos magdagdag ka ng decimal places.
Okay, sir.
Okay na?
Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you, Harold. Okay, guys, like those questions. They are beautiful questions, no? Kasi it means, guys, that you're following along, and then you encountered a problem. So please feel free to ask that. No? Salamat, Harold. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Okay, any other questions, guys? That also signals to me that I might be going too fast. No? Kaya importante sa akin yun. Kasi siyempre iba, guys, yung iba yung face-to-face, iba yung nasa virtual tayo. Siyempre nakikinig kayo tapos hindi naman kagad kayo makakapag-input sa sa PCs. So I have to remind myself to really pause once in a while or every now and then. Okay, next. Question again, guys. Who among you have used KGAR before? Okay. Alam nyo, gamitin yung KGAR, naiintindihan nyo yung KGAR. Because if that's the case, guys, then I'll just quickly breeze through it and then not explain it anymore. But if first time yung mamimit yan, then syempre, I'll go slow and tell you how it's computed or what's the meaning of KGAR. How is it different from the average growth rate? And the chat, please, guys. Okay, thank you, Charmaine. Okay, Darius, salamat. Anton, salamat. Okay, good. The rest, guys. Okay, Haon, salamat. Okay, Alessandro, Martin, okay, May. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your candor. Okay, so explain natin, guys. KGAR, compound annual growth rate, is one of the most important measures, no? As far as growth rate is concerned. Okay, thank you, Jake. Thank you, Kyla. Okay, sige. Explain natin kung ano ba yung KGAR na to, yung compound annual growth rate. After this discussion, guys, dapat intindihin nyo dapat kung ano yung KGAR, tapos kung paano siya kino-compute. Okay, let's start with this. This very familiar compounding formula for the future value. O sabi natin, we learned this, that the future value is equal to the present value raised times 1 plus r raised to the t. Itong compound factor na to, guys, it tells us that from the first value, which is the present value, hanggang future value, okay, by how much did the amount grow? Whatever that amount is. Kasi ang context natin dati nito pere. Pero in this case, it can be used for computing other measures as well. Okay? So dito gusto natin malaman kung paano isosolve yung R na to. Kasi yung R na to, yan ang KGAR natin. No? Okay, that's the growth rate, compounded annual growth rate. And we'll explain why that's the KGAR. Okay, so we'll have to compute for R. So the first step is, ito na, andyan na yung formula, lagyan na natin kasi ginawa kong white para hindi nyo makita. Okay, so first we transpose yung PV, di ba? So that's FV over PV is equal to the compound factor. And then to solve for R, guys, we have to make sure that we, well, quote unquote, remove the exponent. And how do we cancel out the exponent? Paano natin, oops, mali. How do we cancel out the exponent? Diba? Basic algebra, guys, we raise our right-hand side to 1 over t. Pag rinaise natin sa 1 over t yan, rules of exponent, t times 1 over t, magka-cancel out si t. But what we do on the right side, you also do on the left side. So FV over PV raised to the 1 over t, so that's equal already to 1 plus R. Okay? And then lastly, guys, okay, we just transpose 1. Okay, so linipat natin si 1. So that's now the formula for R, which is the formula for your KGAR. Okay? Yeah, so okay, so that's our formula for KGAR, which is the future value. When you say the future value, you mean last value, no? Divided by the present value, that's the first value. Then we raise it to 1 over t, and then subtract 1 to get your KGAR. All right, I'll give you 1 minute to compute for your KGAR. Dito natin i-compute, no? Dito natin i-compute si KGAR using that formula. And then after that, we'll try to see if our rate function in Excel will match. Okay, sige. 1 minute, guys. Once you're done, kindly chat, please, na yes. Okay, I'm getting 19.46, guys. Okay, if you got 19.46, kindly chat yes. Otherwise, guys, chat no. So that I know who among you got it, guys. Kasi kung lahat naman kayo nakuha nyo na, then hindi ko na i-explain, no? Kasi otherwise, kung may mga hindi pa nakakuha, further elaborate natin. Okay, so isa pa lang nag-chat, guys. Okay, sige. I'll explain in a while. I just want to get the yung iba kung nakuha nila. Yung iba, guys, did you get 19.46%? If you got it, please chat yes. If no, guys, please chat no, please. So that I know kung ilan sa inyo, kung may nakakuha o kung wala nakakuha. That's okay. No, okay, no. No, no, no. Okay, sige. Okay, so most of you, I think, did not get it. Okay, so but just follow the formula, guys. Huh? Okay, so is equal to, parenthesis natin kasi yung formula natin, di ba ito? FV over PV raised to the 1 over T minus 1. So what's our FV, guys? What's the last value? Kindly unmute, guys. Ano yung future value natin? Ano yung pinaka-last value natin dun sa series na tinitingnan natin, sa time series natin? Last value, future value natin is how much? Pwedeng unmute para mas mabilis, guys. Okay, correct. 3850. Yan ang future value natin, di ba? So 3850 divided by, what's our present value? Ano yung present value natin, guys? Present value is, yung present value natin, guys, yung pinakaunang value. Kasi hinahanap natin yung CAGR nitong series na to, no? From 1890 hanggang 3850. No? So our present value, our first value is that one. No? Okay. And then caret shift 6, that's our exponent. Okay. 1 over. So ilan yung T natin, guys? Kindly chat, please. What's our T? What's our T, guys? Let's see. So medyo may conflict tayo. 5 ba or 4 or 5? Okay. Now, T, guys, is the number of periods. No? So bilangin natin number of periods na to. 2017 to 2018, that's 1. Ba? 1819, that's 2. 1920, that's 3. 2021, that's 4. So 4 periods. Okay? So yung, take note, guys, yung T dito is the number of periods. No? Okay. In fact, you can do that by subtracting 2021 to 2027. Kasi in 2021 to 2027, that's actually 5 years, pero 4 periods siya. Okay. So one way to go about it is to use the count function. Count function in Excel. Pero guys, pag kinount nyo, leave out 1. No? Leave out 1. So don't highlight from C4 up to C8 kasi mabibilang yan 5. So we can just leave out 1. Now this is important, guys, especially kung mahaba yung time series nyo. Kung umaabot, let's say, ng 50 years and 60 years. So mahirap kung i-count nyo pa manually. So ito na lang, count function na lang. And then just highlight 1 less. No? So that takes care of the raised to the 1 over t, and then magma-minus 1 tayo dito. Minus 1, control enter. There you go. Okay. Pakita ko lang ulit yung formula text natin dito. Okay, so let me first increase there. Okay, so that you can see what the formula we used for KGAR, no? KGAR 1. Okay, so basic lang guys, no? KGAR 1 is just the last value divided by the first value raised to the 1 over the number of periods and then minus 1. So 19.46, that's the KGAR. Of course, guys, we can use the rate function in Excel. So rate function, NPER, guys, NPER is, alam natin kanina yan, it's just the count. Yun ang periods natin, no? Ilang periods yan? 4 periods. Comma, PMT, that's not an annuity, so blanco lang yan. Present value is 1890, comma. Okay, what's the future value? What's the future value, class? Okay, Harold. Harold, ano yung ano mo? Harold, paki-share nga yung question mo, yung ano, sa class. Kasi Mac ka ba? Okay. Paki-share, Harold, yung question mo sa ano, to everyone. Kasi masasagot ng classmates mo. I'm not using a Mac, no? Kindly share your question to the class.
Paano po makita yung ano?
I-copy mo na lang. I-copy mo yung question mo sa ano, to everybody, so that Mac users can help us out. Okay, may question dito si Harold. Mac users, paano yung ano, yung command 6 ba sa inyo? Kasi sa Windows, shift 6. Mac users, paano naman? Patulong please. Yung caret na symbol, yung exponent. Okay na? O yan, shift 6. Sa Mac, shift 6 ba o ano? Command 6. Okay, sige. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Harold. Okay. So, back to our question here, guys. So, we're using the rate function this time. So, na-identify na natin yung NPER natin. It's just the number of periods, yung 4, no? And then PMT, leave it blank kasi this is not a PMT, this is not an annuity. Our present value is 1890. What will be our future value? Paki-chat nga please, guys. What will be our future value? Guys, future value, guys, please. Dito sa rate function natin. Ayan, future value. Anong future value natin? Wala sumasagot. PV is this one. What's our FV? Hello guys. What's our FV? 3850. Okay? So yung C ano, 'di ba? C8. Okay, pakilagay yung C8 guys tapos tell me if you get the same answer, 19.46. Then just ignore the type and the guess. Okay, I got 19.46. Did you guys? Class, did you get 19.46%? Kindly chat if yes, and kindly chat no if not, please. Okay, no, no, okay, thank you. The rest, guys? No, then, okay, thank you. Okay, number, thank you, Kyla, thank you, Charmaine. Okay, how about the rest? I've seen five of you. LG, number din. Okay, so huwag niyong kakalimutan, guys, may ginawa kayong error doon. Sa tingin niyo, saan kayo nagkamali doon? Where did you make a mistake there? We discussed that before. Kasi yung quiz nyo, guys, importante din yan, ha? Kasi baka makalimutan nyo yung mga kailangan pag nag-fill in kayo sa sa Excel na mga functions sa ganyan. Nag-error yung answer nyo. Okay, so copy ko to, guys. Okay. Saan naiiba yung answer nyo dito? Compare your formula to my formula. Where do we differ? Yes, negative, no? Thank you, Anton. Oo, kasi hindi pa pwedeng parehong positive yung one of them has to be negative. Okay? Although sa context ito, guys, lahat positive to, di ba? Pero kasi ang inaano natin sa kino-compute natin yung rate and one of them has to be negative. Yun ang syntax ni Excel eh. Okay, yan. Yan ang nyo siguro, yung negative C8, no? Or you can make it negative C4 and then positive C8. It does not matter, guys. You'll get the same 19.46. Okay? All right. So let's now prove, guys, that indeed this is the correct KGAR. No? Okay, gawin natin dito KGAR. Let's prove that the KGAR is 19.46%. So how do we prove that? To prove that the KGAR is indeed 19.46%, we go here. Okay, we go here, start with the first sales. Dapat, guys, ang ending natin dapat 3850. Ganun kasi ibig sabihin ng KGAR. You increase your value by this amount over the number of periods. And then you should get the same last figure. So let's do that. So we let this grow by times 1 plus R. Bigyan mo natin pangalan to, no? So I'm going to give this the name KGAR. KGAR. Okay, KGAR, enter. Okay, so this will be equal to the previous times quantity 1 plus R KGAR. There. We gave it a name para mas madali natin ma-access. Okay, control enter. Copy ko lang yung format nito. Okay, 225. Of course, it's not the same as 2098. No? Ang importante, guys, we let this grow by the KGAR, another period, and then another period. Okay, there you go. Okay, what do you notice, guys, about our value? Yung last value natin using the KGAR. We started with the first value. We let our amount grow by 19.46 but by our KGAR, and then we end up in 3850, which is the same as the actual ending. So yan ang ibig sabihin, guys, ang KGAR. That's the compound annual growth rate. So you start with the first value, and then you let your amount grow by the KGAR, and you'll end up at the exactly last value. So ito yung average growth rate ng stream of time series values na to. From 1890 hanggang 3850, it was growing by an average of 19.46% every year. Okay? All right, clear, guys? Paki-chat naman kung klaro yung concept ng KGAR, please.
Sir, pwede po makita po ulit yung formula po for the KGAR po.
Okay, sige. So you first start with the first value, no? 1890. And then you let it grow by so the previous value times 1 plus the KGAR. Binigyan ko ng pangalan tong yung D11 or you can use D12. We gave it a name.
Okay
That's a
po.
name box. Okay. And then just copy the formula down. Okay, thank you for that question. Okay, any other questions, guys? Okay, no questions? So we can now predict our sales for 2022 using KGAR. So it's simply the sales of 2021, multiply that by 1 plus our KGAR. Okay, pwede natin gamitin yun, 1 plus KGAR. Okay, so our forecasted sales for 2022 will be 4,599,175 using KGAR. So it's slightly lower than the average growth rate kasi mas malaki yung average growth rate, no? Okay, compared to your KGAR, 19.46, at least in this case. Okay. Okay, and then we were able to verify the answer for KGAR. That's good, na-verify natin. Okay, pause mo na ako, guys. So far, guys, up to computing for the predicted sales using 2022. Dito, guys, okay. Dito sa verify the answer using KGAR, okay tayo. If you are done with those, guys, kindly chat yes so that I know if you're able to follow along. Paki-chat naman please ng yes kung up to this point nakuha nyo. I'll just get water. Okay, so apat lang nag-respond. Okay, sige, I'll take to mean that everybody is following along. Okay, next, guys, we'll use linear regression. Okay, I guess, guys, you have already finished your DSI-lytic or DSI-MGTS management, and you have encountered yung linear regression model several times. So we can use that for this one. We can predict our sales using time as a predictor. So pwede natin gamitin yung time natin to predict your sales. Okay? By the way, guys, ito naman cost of goods sold. Okay? So whatever we complete here, guys, whatever we finish here, kindly do that for cost of goods sold. So next meeting, hindi na natin i-discuss to itong cost of goods sold. Magko-compare na lang tayo. Okay? So you have anyway a pattern, you have a guide to follow. Pareho lang naman ito, guys, na bago lang yung amount, no? Kasi ito cost of goods sold ang pinipredict natin dito. Okay. So let's continue, guys. Now, if you're going to use linear regression, it's always important to plot the data. So, ang objective natin is we'd like to explain sales, we'd like to predict sales using year. So, what you learned in your DSI-Lytic or DSI MGTS is that this is just a simple linear regression. Simple linear regression kasi iisa lang yung predictor natin, yung year lang, no? And our dependent variable is a continuous variable. So let's highlight this. Let's plot this first. Insert. Insert, and then here, let's use scatter plot. Scatter plot without line. Okay, there you go. So that's our plot for sales and time. Sales and year. So let's modify this plot a bit kasi may mga nagdi-default si Excel na nagbibigay ng mga point something. Ano? So right-click this. Right-click, format axis. Okay, nag-minimum siya na 2016.5. Gawin natin 2016 lang. Okay, and then 20, gawin natin 2022. That's okay. And then ang increment niya, 1, that's okay. Kaya 2016, 2017, okay, that's better. Okay, close na natin to. Okay, and then let me remove the grid lines. Okay, there. All right. So again, pause ako, guys. Paki-chat kung na-plot nyo na yung yung upload this session po kasi medyo mahina. Yes, I'm going to upload this, of course. No? I'm going to upload this session. Thank you, LG. Okay, so paki-chat nga please, guys, kung na-plot nyo na yung sales versus your year. Feedback, please. I hope to get responses from more guys. Dalawa pa lang yung nagre-respond. To follow sa table. Harold, anong table? Sales. Dali, ha? Let's see. Which table? Harold, which table would you like me to review? Anong particular cell?
Yung nasa baba po nung I3, yung may plot po.
Ay, toto?
Apo.
Okay. Sige, ulitin ko to, guys, ha? Okay. Alright? So in order to plot, guys, sa Excel, kailangan natin i-highlight yung yung data natin. Okay, you can include the name, the label, para dun sa pag-plot, bibigyan niya ng label. And guys, yung arrangement din importante. Kapag nagli-linear regression kayo, unahin nyo lagi yung x-axis. Okay, yung x-axis will be your independent variable, and then your y-axis will be your dependent variable. So dito, we're trying to predict sales using year. Okay, so we highlight this. Tama naman yung pag-arrange ng data natin. Kasi pag nauna yung sales, guys, yan ang magiging nasa x-axis, which we don't want. Okay, so once you highlight that, go to insert. Okay, insert, and then dito, sa chart, you go to scatter plot, click natin to. Click. And then let me just reposition this here. Okay. All right. So ito yung plot natin, and it doesn't look good, no? Yung default plot ni Excel. Una-una may mga grid lines. We don't want the grid lines. Tapos yung x-axis niya, yung year, may 0.5, no? Okay, so let's modify this a bit. Tanggalin ko lang muna. Click nyo yung mga grid lines na yan. Delete. Click delete. No? So this looks cleaner. Now yung x-axis, ayusin lang natin. Right-click natin sa year na yan. Right-click. Tapos lalabas yung format axis. No? Format axis. And ang default niya yung text options ito. Minimum, gawin natin 2016 na lang. No? It's okay to give, although 2017 to 2021 yung data natin. Tapos dito, okay, naging 2022 na siya. Okay lang. Okay, so tingnan nyo guys, automatically nagbago na yung ano natin, ano? Yung plot natin. Yung x-axis natin, 2016, 2017 hanggang 2022 na. That's okay. Next natin. Okay? Harold, did that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Harold. Keep on asking questions. That's very good. Okay, so now, guys, ang gagawin kasi natin linear regression, ano? So ibig sabihin magde-develop tayo ng equation relating your sales with your year. Sa tingin nyo ba, guys, kasi ang model natin linear regression. Sa tingin nyo ba makakapag-develop tayo ng linear na relationship between sales and your year? Mukhang linear ba, guys? Yes or no? Linear ba, guys, yung relationship? Does the plot seem to follow a, let's say, parabolic na ganyan, opening upwards, or opening downwards, or opening to the right, opening to the left? Does it follow a parang polynomial na maraming curves? What's your take, guys? Kindly chat kung yes. So pwede ba natin magamit si linear regression? Kasi ang unang assumption ng linear regression, dapat may linear relationship, yung sales at saka yung variables natin. So mukhang linear ba? Charmaine, bakit no?
Sir, kasi parang paakyat baba po yung sales po, sir. Parang hindi po siya pa-diretso po na for one direction lang.
One direction? Kasi pag line,
Ay, sir, parang ano po, parang hindi po siya mukhang may fina-follow na path po.
okay,
Na,
sige ha. Okay, thank you, Charmaine, for that answer, no? Pero tingnan natin to ha. What if I put some line here? Tingnan natin yung, ano, yan, kunyaring ganyan. Okay, parang hindi ba na-approximate niya yung relationship ni sales at saka ni time? Of course, guys, we don't expect that the points will actually, all of them will lie on the line. But I think we can approximate a line that will describe sales, okay, using your year. Mukhang pwede naman siyang linear relationship, no? Okay, unlike kung parabolic siya, ganun, parang U na ganun, hindi naman siya mukhang parabolic. So, yeah, I think may trend siya, no? Sabi nga ni Charmaine, seems to be going up, or pag going down kasi pag going down, pag ganito yung direction. But ito, there seems to be a trend. So ano ibig sabihin ng trend na yan na paakyat? Habang lumalaki yung year, guys, tumataas yung sales. So that's the meaning of the direction, no? Positive direction. So in fact, positive yung correlation nila if you learn what you learned from your DSI Analytics or DSI MGTS. So yes, I think we can say that there seems to be a linear relationship between your sales and your time. Okay? Kasi unlike, guys, let me just give an illustration, no? Okay, so let me, kunyari, one, just to highlight the point, no? Okay, kunyari ganito yung ano natin. No? So what I did here, guys, was to plot 1 to 9, and then ito, guys, ito squared lang ng variable na to. If we plot this, kung titingnan nyo insert. Okay, lagyan ko pa ng ng negative, no? Okay. Pag ganun siya, no? If I even include, guys, if I include, kulang yung example ko. If I include negative values, 0, just to illustrate, guys, and then i-plot ko to. Okay, yan, guys, tingnan nyo. No? Yan, guys, hindi talaga linear, di ba? Okay, parabolic siya. Okay, because yung y natin na develop by squaring your x. Yan ang nangyari sa plot na yan. Okay? So in this case, we can say, guys, na mukhang hindi talaga linear yung relationship nila. So mahirapan tayong humanap ng line that can describe your sales. Crude example lang to, guys. Your sales given your time. But in this case, guys, ito naman, ito, yung data natin. Tanggalin ko na to, ha. Okay, let me remove this now. Mukhang linear naman siya. No? Okay, so let's quickly now kasi medyo we're running out of time. No? Okay, now, kailangan, guys, ma-establish natin yung ano. Para ma-predict natin si sales using linear regression, kailangan ma-establish natin yung linear relationship nila. And you know, guys, yung linear relationship is defined by y is equal to, diba? If you recall, mx plus b. This is the point, this is the slope-intercept form of the line. So yung y natin si sales, yung x natin si year. So dapat ma-generate natin to, dapat ma-solve natin si m, yung slope, at saka si b, para ma-completely define natin yung relationship ni sales at saka ni year. So we can do that by click any data point here, guys, yung mga blue na yan, click anywhere there, and then lagyan natin ng add trend line. Add trend line. Okay, sandali. Tanggalin ko muna itong line na ginawa ko kanina. Okay, let me remove that. Okay, ulitin ko. Okay, there, guys. No? Delete ko muna ulit. Let me repeat, guys. No? Right click, add trend line. Okay, there you go. So different forms of trend lines, pwedeng exponential, etc. Pwede natin i-forward siya. Forward ng one step, ibig sabihin 1 year in advance. Tapos ito, guys, i-click natin yung display equation and display r squared. We should have that. Okay, pause muna ako, guys. Pause muna ako and kindly chat, guys, if you were able to follow along. Kung nasundan nyo to. Okay. I think for most of you, this is just a quick review of what you have learned in your regression. Okay, so let me just refine this. Y sales X year. Tapos litan lang natin to. Control 1. Subscript lang natin. Okay, so that's our equation. Okay, very quickly, guys, anong ibig sabihin nito? Basing it on this equation, y is equal to mx plus b. This 525, 245 is your slope, no? That's your slope, m. And it has a meaning, guys. Ano ibig sabihin ng 525, 245 na to? Ibig sabihin, for every 1 unit increase in your year, there's a corresponding 245 pesos increase in your sales. Yun ang ibig sabihin itong slope. No? For every 1 unit increase in your X, there's a corresponding, this one, 245 units increase in your Y, in your sales. So that's the meaning of that. Tapos meron naman yung B, guys, itong negative na to, that's your intercept. So what does this mean? Itong negative na to, -1, and then 9 numbers pa ang kasunod niya, yung plus 0.09. Although hindi natin nakikita dito kung ano yung number na to, it's the value of your sales when your X is 0. So anong ibig sabihin nun? Unang-una guys, walang practical implication, walang practical meaning kasi hindi naman pwede magka-negative na sales, di ba? Okay, secondly guys, practically guys, wala ring X year sa case natin. In fact, nagsimula yung data natin from 2017 hanggang 2021. Okay? So X year 0 does not mean anything as far as our data is concerned. Nevertheless, guys, yung value na yan, yung -1 na yan, something, is used in order to predict our model, predict sales. Okay, so let's answer some questions here. Okay, plot the data, okay na. So what is the slope of the line? So yan, 525, 245. Yun ang slope ng line natin. No? Okay, what's the intercept? Okay, hindi natin alam pero so far, -1 E plus 0.9. Yun ang lumalabas. No? Whatever this value is, that's our intercept. Okay, now the good thing guys is that we can use the function in Excel. No? So may function na slope and intercept. So if we look at this function, known Y's and known X. So kailangan natin alam yung known Y's and known X. Now to facilitate our computation, let's give it a name. Ito kasi yung known ano natin, di ba? Ito yung known Y's natin. Okay? Ito naman yung known X natin. Ito. So what we can do guys, para mas mabilis tayo, is we can give this names. No? If you recall guys, Control-Shift-F3, naalala yung Control-Shift-F3 na yan, create names from the values in the here top row. So ibig sabihin yung range of data na to, 2017 hanggang 2019, it will be given a name year. Tapos naman yung from itong yung from C4 up to C8, bibigyan siya ng pangalan na sales. So i-okay natin to guys, okay? Okay, let's check. If I highlight 2017 to 2021, yun. Kita nyo may pangalan siya, no? Year. Tapos itong sales naman, highlight ko yung mga figures na to. Look, may pangalan na siya na sales. So that will facilitate now our computation here. So this is equal to slope. Okay? Ano yung Y's natin? Di ba ang Y's natin yung sales? Ayan. So tinype ko lang guys S, lumabas na si sales. There. Comma. Known Y's, known X's naman yung year natin. Type Y, yung lumabas na si year, no? There, para hindi na tayo mag-highlight ng mag-highlight. No? Okay? So that's the slope. Control Enter. Look, pareho siya, no? Mas exact nga lang, no? 525. Let me just format ko lang kasi nag-accounting siya. Number lang. Tapos kahit 1 decimal place lang. Okay, 525,244.6. That's the more exact figure. No? So kita natin dito sa plot natin yan ng yung graph natin. Pero yung intercept natin guys, hindi natin kasi kita doon. So intercept, there. Known Y's natin, again, known Y's natin yung sales, di ba? Sales, comma, unknown X's natin yung year. There. Okay, format na lang natin. Then may parenthesis. Okay, this is it guys. No? Lagyan ko lang yung formula text natin dito. Okay. Pause muna ako, guys. Okay, pause. Any questions? If you're able, I know guys, medyo, inano ko na to, no? Medyo, kasi we will have to compute for the forecast for the next 2 years. So, may question ba, guys? Or kindly chat naman please kung nakahabol so far up to yung pag-compute ng intercept. Okay, thank you, Charmaine. Thank you, Anton. How about the rest, guys? Clear, good. Thank you. Kyla, Alice, thank you. Diego, salamat. Okay, Renzo, salamat. Okay, thank you so much, guys. As I said, guys, I know na medyo review lang to ng discussion na sa DSI LITIC. All right. So we can now define the equation. Ano yung equation natin? Ano yung equation natin, guys? Is equal to, okay, so Y sales ba? Huwag na lang. Kasi kulang tayo ng oras. I could have written an expression combining yung slope at saka intercept. Pero sulat na lang natin. So Y sales is equal to, so 244.6 times X here and minus 1,057,744,581. Okay, so let me just control 1 subscript. Okay, and then yung year natin, subscript natin. Okay, so this is our equation, guys. No? This is our linear model. Y sales is equal to the slope times year minus our intercept. Okay, so we can now predict, guys, our sales for 2022, 2023, and 2024. Pwede na. So gagamitin lang natin itong equation na to. So lagyan natin ng pangalan din to, guys, para mas mabilis tayo. We can give this a name, slope. Okay, and then this one, we can give this a name, intercept. Intercept. Okay, check natin. Yan, slope. Ito, intercept. Okay, so let's use yung mga pangalan na ginamit natin, yung intercept, yung slope, yung sales on year. Magagamit natin dito yan. No? Okay, using the formula, which is this one. So this is your slope, diba? Slope times what? X. Ano yung X natin? Yung 2022. So slope times the year and then plus intercept. There. Yan. Yan yung equation natin. So that's year times the slope plus the intercept. Okay, ito yung year natin. So we can easily copy this going down kasi constant naman yung slope at saka intercept. So control enter. Okay, and then let's just copy the format of this one. Copy natin sa lahat. Okay, so this is the predicted sales, okay, using our regression line. And we can copy this one. Okay. 2022 predicted sales, 2023, 2024. Anong difference guys ng ano? Let's take the difference between 2023 and 2022. And yung 2024 and 2023. Okay. Di ba ang difference sila yung slope, di ba? Yung 525,244. Kasi nga, di ba, ang ibig sabihin ng slope, for every 1 year increase, mag-i-increase yung predicted sales natin ng 525,244. So exactly as expected. Ito yung i-increase ng ano, ng sales natin. Linearly. Ibig sabihin pareho yung increase. And we can use the trend function, guys. May trend function din si Excel. So we use is equal to trend. Okay, ano ibig sabihin ng trend, guys? Kapalit lang. What's the trend function? It returns numbers in a linear trend matching known data points using the least squares method. Okay? So trend, known wise natin. Ano yung known wise natin? Di ba yan yung sales natin? Sales, comma. Ano yung known excess natin? Di ba yan yung year natin? Year. Okay? Comma. New X natin. Ang new X natin si 2022. Okay? There you go. Control Enter. Pareho lang. No? Okay, copy down. We get the same answer. And lastly, ito guys, yung forecast linear. Pwede rin yan. Function forecast dot linear. Okay? Ito. Forecast dot linear. Click natin. Ano yung X natin? 2022. Kasi ipipredict natin ano yung magiging sales natin given the X is 2022. Comma, known wise is your sales. There you go. And then comma, known excess, that's your year. There. Okay, so control enter. All right, so it's almost time, guys. So let me just quickly recapitulate. Okay, dito guys, sa portion na to, we were able to create a linear regression line, okay, using the slope, using the intercept, and then compute for the predicted value of sales for 2022, 2023, and 2024. This is using the formula. Okay, yung formula ng ito guys, yung equation natin. This is using the trend function, and this is using the forecast.linear function. All of them gave the same results. So if you compare guys, yung ano natin, yung projected sales natin using average growth rate, 4.6 million. Ito, 4.599 million using CAGR. Sa linear regression naman is 4.299 million. So management has to decide kung anong gagamitin nila. Anong gagamitin nilang model para i-predict yung sales nila sa 2022, 2023, and 2024. Okay. All right. So that ends our discussion for today, guys. Now, your assignment will be to follow this. Sundin nyo lang to kasi may model na naman tayo. So next meeting, tatapusin natin ito. We will try to see if we can predict cost of goods sold using sales. And then gagawin natin si forecast ng income statement, and finally forecast ng balance sheet. Okay? All right. So it's already time. Unless you have any questions, thank you so much, guys, for participating in today's sessions. Okay, I'll see you on Thursday. If you have any questions, please feel free to remain. By the way, reminder lang, guys, I'll post mamayang 12 o'clock yung quiz nyo. Kindly meet with your group mates. It will be posted at around 12 noon. Deadline is on Thursday, December 16, 12 noon. You're going to post it in the quiz folder that I'm going to send to everyone. Okay? Thanks so much, guys, and have a safe day ahead. Salamat. Attendance, guys, so magpapacheck na attendance, kindly remain. Stop recording.